Hey guys, what's going on? This is Michael with Law Enforcement. I just got done cleaning up my toolboxes. Still trying to figure out which one I want to take with me. One's a bag and one's a standard metal toolbox. And I looked over at the tractor and I thought about making a video about something that I've been wanting to mention. It's kind of gross too, but I don't know. Maybe some people, if anything, I think somebody can definitely learn from the situation and think, everybody thinks, hey, that can't happen to me. But I guess maybe I might have thought the same thing, but it's something that happened. I'm sitting on the tractor right now. It's something that happened on the tractor. I had a bush hogging job to do. It happened back in August. I never really knew how I would be able to implement it into a video since I don't actually have what happened on camera, but I do have footage from that day when my dad was on the tractor because it was a big job. I needed to do a bunch of things besides just bush hogging, and so I asked my dad if he would come with me and help me, and he said yeah. So I was standing, well, we were doing bush hogging for one of my customers. We were a whole nother state away, and typically I do work in a different state, but I work in 2 states, but typically I work in this state, but we were like an hour and a half away, so we were out there and we were bush hogging 2 acres, 2.5 acres for one of my customers, and I really wasn't standing all that close to the bush hog. It was kind of a freak accident too. My dad was bush hogging and he was backing up, and there was like this wood lawn, and he was just trying to get as far into the woods as he could get and pretty much try to clear all the brush out of these trees. And I'm gonna post a picture of, well, I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post a video or the footage of what we were actually bush hogging and of us bush hogging that day. And then I'm gonna post a picture of what actually happened, the end result of what happened. So for now, I'll just tell you before I put the videos in that my dad was bush hogging, backing up. They had a what was it? It was either a it was not a septic tank. It was a water well, and somebody had already, I don't know why, but I guess the customer thought that if he had somebody come out there before we went out there, it was like, I think it was his father-in-law or brother-in-law, something like that. And I guess the guy had some kind of bush hog that you pull behind a four-wheeler. And I guess maybe he thought he would be able to save money having him go out there first, or at all. But we went out there, and I mean, you could tell that somebody started the bush hog, but it didn't look as good as it could look, or as good as it should look. So we got there, we noticed it was bush hogged. I called the customer up, confirmed with him that we were still going to be cutting the grass and bush hogging it, and he said, yeah, go ahead, full price, same thing, not expecting any discounts. So, we always try to go above and beyond whenever we're doing work. I love to do good work, I love to provide quality service, and we were probably doing more than we even should have been doing, but I knew it was going to make a big difference in the end. And my dad was backing up, and there was that the guy with the four-wheeler and the bush hog you pull behind the four-wheeler, he ran over the water well, and there was chunks of cement in there. I mean, we could tell that the water well was lifted up, but we didn't know that there was any cement chunks or blocks or chips of cement, anything. So I was standing around, and honestly, I mean, I've used the bush hog many times. My dad's used my bush hog many times. I was definitely a close distance away, and the craziest thing about it all is that my dad was driving the tractor, and I was standing in front of the tractor. So typically, if you're going to be standing by a bush hog, I guess the worst place you would ever want to be is in the back. But our bush hog, I'm sure everybody's bush hog is the same way. When we cut the grass and we put the bush hog all the way down, it doesn't really shoot clippings out anyway. It doesn't shoot them out the back or the side or anything like that. It kind of just chops everything up and just leaves it right underneath the deck. We got a 7-foot bush hog, and it's a Kubota tractor. You'll see it in the video. So it's the real deal. It's not like, you know, some toe behind bush hog. And so all the clippings just stay pretty much right where they at, and they get mulched up, and it doesn't shoot anything out. So I know that, and I was in the front. I was in the front of the tractor, like, I don't know, probably at least 200 feet away. At least. I mean, honestly, after going through this, I don't really think that there is any safe distance that you could be from the bush hog. And I don't think there's any safe distance, and I don't think there's really any safe side either. If you're supposed to have bad luck that day, I don't think you're gonna run from it. You could always be safe. I thought I was being safe. Is the only point I'm trying to make. I was well within a safe distance. I was standing in the most logical place to stand. Because like I said, I'm sitting on a tractor right now. The bush hog is behind me, and the bucket's in the front, obviously. So I'm in front of the tractor, and I guess my dad didn't. Well, the grass was super high. It was a bunch of brush. There's no way he could have seen any kind of cement chunks or anything in there. And when he had the bush hog on, he was driving, and all of a sudden something just boom shot up, and then I just felt right in my leg, and it hit me, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I was afraid to look down. Like, when something hits you so hard, like, you just get this nauseated feeling in your stomach, and you feel like you're about to die. I mean, I'm not trying to exaggerate it. I mean, I didn't know what the heck hit me. I mean, all I know is what I felt hit my leg. I knew when I looked at it, it wasn't going to be anything good. And when you are hurt, before you even look at it, you know when it's going to be bad news. Like, I knew when I looked at it, it was going to be bad. And so I felt it hit my leg, boom. And I remember perfectly, I took a couple steps. I stepped, and then I felt it, and then I stepped again, and I said, oh man, maybe I am going to be all right. And then I looked down, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my God, I'm going to bleed out right here. I'm gonna leak all the blood in my body, and this is where I'm gonna die, out in the middle of freaking nowhere, in the freaking woods, just stranded. Nobody's here. Ambulance can't get here. Nobody could get here fast. I mean, we are out in the middle of nowhere. And I just bought some brand new boots that I could wear because I knew that this job was coming up. And I had my brand new boots on. And when I looked down, there was blood the blood was just gushing and just pouring out of my leg. And it was on the front of my boot, all over the front of my boot. It was on it was all on the inside of my boot. I got pictures of my boots too. My boots were completely stained and covered in blood. And it was just like, so we wound up going to the hospital. We just loaded up. We left. I waved my dad down. I said, hey. I said, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here. He's like, what's going on? I said, dude, we gotta go. Don't worry about it. We gotta go. Look at my leg. And he looks at it and he's like, oh, shoot. Oh, my gosh. So we get in the, keep in mind, again, we out in the middle of nowhere, okay? Like, wherever we need to go there fast. And there is no way to get there fast. And we still had to load the tractor up. So my dad loaded the tractor up on the trailer. I get in the truck. My dad, and then after that, my dad takes a belt. And we put paper towels on my leg, and he wraps the belt around my leg, and he tightens the belt so it tries to stop the bleeding. And I'm in the passenger seat. He drives to the hospital. And, I mean, surprisingly, usually whenever you go to the emergency room, it's always kind of like a long wait. But I really didn't have to wait that long this time. I was pretty lucky. So when we actually went back to the job before we left, I mean, like I said, we were like an hour and 30 minutes away, maybe an hour and 45 minutes away. And I told my dad, I said, there's no way I want to come back with the truck, with this big old trailer, with the tractor. There's no way I want to come back out here another day. We have to finish it today. He said, are you sure? I said, yeah, I'm sure. It's what I want to do. We got to do it. I have places to be tomorrow. I don't even have time to come back tomorrow if I wanted to. So we leave the hospital. Then, you know, we got to park at the hospital with the tractor. And we got to worry about, you know, while I'm getting stitches and stuff, is somebody going to steal from us? And somebody going to steal the tractor? I mean, we already having bad luck. What else is can go wrong, right? So we leave the hospital. We get back to the job. And I walk around. I wanted to see what hit me. I wanted to find out what it was. That's when I came to the conclusion that it was that broken water well, and it was a piece of concrete. And I actually found it. I went back right where I was standing, and I was looking around to see, you know, what the heck could have possibly just hit me. And it felt like a bomb went off inside my leg when I got popped with it. But so I found this piece of cement. And it was like a round chunk of concrete, like almost pretty much like the size of a baseball, but it wasn't smooth enough. It was all jagged edges and pointy, and, you know, just the size of a baseball, but almost just like the worst thing you could ever throw at somebody. Thank God that it didn't hit me in the head, because I just posted this picture on Instagram a couple of days ago, but I don't think anybody follows me on Instagram that actually follows me on YouTube. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. If y'all do, let me know down in the comments. I'm interested in knowing that anyway, how many people follow me on YouTube from Instagram. But yeah, so it was crazy. It was a crazy day. We actually did end up finishing the job, and yeah, I was saying, I'm so glad it didn't hit me in the head, because it literally would have been a different scene. There wouldn't have been any loading up. I don't believe there wouldn't have been any going to the hospital. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Who knows really what could have happened? But I'm 100% certain that if it would have hit me in the head, it would have been very bad damage. I mean, even if it hit me in the eye, I mean, believe me, there was no sunglasses or eye protection that would protect you from something shooting out of a 38 horsepower 7-foot Bush Hog wide open at 2600 RPMs. Keep in mind it's a diesel, so diesels don't rev that high, but that's a lot. So if you ever wondered what it would look like if you got hit with something that shot out of your lawnmower deck, or even a tractor or a Bush Hog or anything like that, the picture is definitely what it would look like. So yeah, that's that. I just wanted to share this with y'all. You know, maybe it can help somebody. If not, maybe it'll just be a good story for you to hear. I don't know, but you know, if it hit you like it hit me, you would definitely be more conscious about everything. And believe me, I was conscious that day. Okay, I was conscious. I was aware of everything. I knew where the tractor was at. I was deliberately standing where I was, conscious and for a reason. You know, I was I knew I was in a safe spot, but I wasn't. So, you know, if you are around a bush hog or something, even cutting grass, I mean, there could be anything inside of high grass. And a lot of times you won't see it. You know, a lot of times people are worried about, you know, I don't want to take a job with high grass or whatever because something might be in the grass that'll break my lawnmower. Well, yeah, that's true, but I mean, what if something's in the high grass that, you know, some lady's walking by with a kid in a stroller or something, or even hits the lady herself? What? It ain't gonna be a good situation no matter what. So it's not really just about the lawnmower. Yeah, nobody wants to break that lawnmower, but nobody wants to ruin somebody's life either by some crazy freak accident. And it's crazy because no matter how aware you are of it, it still can happen. So I don't know. I just wanted to share that story with y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope I could, you know, next time somebody's out on a job like that, cutting grass or bush hogging or standing by, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video, but at the same time, I hope I can show you a lesson that will prevent you from going through what I had to go through. And no lesson is quite learned as good as going through it yourself. You know, you could listen to all the stories in the world that you want to, but until it happens to you, you're kind of always going to feel like, that ain't going to happen to me. That's not going to happen to me. What's the odds of that happening? Well, you know what? You probably won't win the lottery in your life, but if something bad is capable of happening, then you might not be lucky enough to win the lottery, but you might just be lucky enough to get hit in the head with a rock out of a bush hog or in the leg, whatever. So if it's bad luck, count on it. If it's good luck, just hope for it. I don't know. But thank you for watching, guys. I hope y'all could learn something out of this video. If not, I hope it entertained you. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I think I'm up to, I think I'm at 57 right now as I post this video. So thank you guys so much. It literally means a lot for y'all to subscribe to me and be interested in what I have to say. And it truly does mean a lot. So thank you guys so much. And I hope y'all have a blessed day. See you later.